This is the Bill Squire Show.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. I am your host, Sadie McSatterson.
You're not that sad.
I'm not that sad. I'm like torn between sadness and happiness, and it's a weird feeling. It's a very weird feeling because the Browns are going to the playoffs, but the Browns are playing the Steelers in the playoffs, and that makes me unwoo. Yes, I feel very unwoo right now.
That was me narrating the whole game.
Mm-hmm. It was. I mean, I'm thrilled that they're going to the playoffs, and if they beat the Steelers next week, it feels like winning the Super Bowl. So there is that aspect, but it doesn't. The way they played today was against Steelers backups, and they didn't play great.
So when we lose, what do I have to do for you?
Whiskey.
We can do that.
Whiskey. Either way, whiskey. So I don't know. Some people are feeling pure joy that the Browns are just in the playoffs. I'm excited that they're in the playoffs, but it's just not as exciting as it would be if they had gotten in a more dominant fashion. They kind of eked their way into the playoffs.
What did you say earlier? They farted their way in?
They farted their way into the playoffs. That's not the best way to get into the playoffs, but once you're in the playoffs, anything can happen, so I'm going to try and have that positive attitude.
And I'm going to be here squishing your dreams.
That's right. And, I'm all sweaty because we just went on a long walk, and I've been drinking and feeling feelings because the Browns, they're a
emotional roller coaster, and
they're a tedious team to cheer for.
Ugh.
Like, there's other teams that you can cheer for, and it's, like, fun and it's relaxing, whatever. Like,
nope.
The Cavs right now are 4-2, and because I don't have high expectations for the Cavs, it feels good. But because I had high expectations for the Browns,
mistake.
But I always know that comes with a weight of doom that I can't ever really enjoy the Browns. The Cavs gave me a championship, so I'm happy with the Cavs forever.
Okay.
But the Tribe, the Browns, they weigh on me.
Emotionally,
heavily.
I can hear it in your voice.
I know it's there, and it's so. And then like some people are just like so like, oh my god, they're in the playoffs. This is amazing.
I mean,
it's good.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Actually, it's amazing.
It's actually amazing, but you can't undo all that they've done to me with one playoff appearance. It just doesn't happen that way. And I'm excited that they're in the playoffs, and I really am like, all I want is for them to win, but it doesn't make me feel good.
They broke you. You're broken.
I've been broken.
It's all their fault.
I've been broken for a long time because of them.
You're not used to it by now?
As much as I try and tell myself I am,
nope.
You can't ever get used to it.
Every Sunday.
Yep. You can't ever get used to it.
Oh, well. Browns suck. Who cares?
I care. I care a lot.
Stop caring.
I can't.
Come on, Karen. Stop caring.
I can't stop caring. I'm a Karen.
Oh, God.
I'm a Karen for the Browns.
Oh, God.
I'd be caring for the Browns.
Oh, well. Whatever.
Yeah,
Sports. Don't
sports.
care.
I know you're not. I wish I could be that detached from sports. There was a short time in my life when the Browns weren't around. I was pretty detached from football.
When were they not around?
Like 95 to 99.
What were they doing?
They were just not existing.
That's amazing. Why didn't we go back to that? Why did that just not stay?
Because people wanted the Browns back. They got moved to Baltimore, and they became the Ravens, and then the Ravens were good, and the Browns came back in 99, and they've been bad.
Hold on. So
lot.
The Browns disappeared and then reappeared as the Ravens.
Do you not know the story of the Browns?
Why?
This is the story of the Browns.
Why the fuck would I know this? So
Because you've lived in the city your whole life.
Yeah, I know, but the things that I pay attention to are not that.
Okay.
So the Browns went into witness protection, became the Ravens, and now they're back?
They came back in 1999, yes.
Huh.
As an expansion team with a different owner.
Oh, my God.
Basically a new franchise, but they got to keep the name the Browns.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah. We should watch Believe Land.
Fine.
Yeah. It'll be a nice little educational trip for you.
Edumacation.
It's like learning about space, but it's about sad Cleveland sports fans.
Ugh, there's enough Cleveland sad boys that I know personally. I don't need it anymore.
But now you know the history of the sports sad boys.
I guess, but like, I don't know.
Think of it as learning about King Tut's spear or whatever.
Oh, his fucking space spear? Dude, sweet.
Yeah, so think of it like that.
I guess.
But it's a sadness spear in our hearts caused by sports.
Caused by sports. Oh, man. Sadness spear.
It is a sadness spear. But the Cavs have alleviated some of that sadness because they won a championship in 2016.
That was
the
cool.
Browns have alleviated some of it this year by getting to the playoffs for the first time. So I am taking that. I'm hanging on to that.
Take it as a
but
win.
I just hate that we have to play the Steelers because I hate the Steelers so much because I know more Steelers fans than I know any other fans of any other team in the NFL.
Okay, what's the history behind why we are supposed to hate the Steelers so much?
Because it's a division rivalry. So we play them twice a year no matter what.
Okay.
And so when you play them twice a year, you develop, between them,
Emotions.
Ravens and the Bengals and stuff like that. But the Steelers have continually ripped our hearts out. So we used to be pretty evenly matched for a while. But then once we came back as the expansion Browns, it all kind of fell apart. We've had some good moments against the Steelers, but they're few and far between. And so us beating the Steelers to get into the playoffs is nice. But the problem is next week we have to play them again, and they have all their players that didn't play today, and we barely beat them with their backups. So I'm not feeling all that encouraged at the moment.
Calm down.
But anything can happen. We could shock the world and win next week, and that would be incredible. So I'm trying to ride that wave of what could be.
Positivity train.
But also, you got to temper your expectations because you know the history. Mm-hmm. And it's rough. It's rough.
It's fun to watch. You watch
I'm glad
it.
you're having fun.
It is fun.
I'm glad you're. Oh, good. As long as it's fun for one of us.
It's definitely not fun for you.
It is though, but not really.
I like the days that I'm not here and you're watching football and then you just text me like I'm having this emotion.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes later it's the next
It's
one.
a different emotion.
It's fun.
Happiness and sadness, and it's up and down. And, there's some people that can just feel pure joy just for them to get to the playoffs. But having to play, I'm so happy they're in the playoffs. Because once you're in the playoffs, anything can happen. But I just hate that we have to play the Steelers again. But on the other side of that, I am excited that if we beat the Steelers, that feels like a whole nother kind of victory. So there's...
How many times have we already played the Steelers?
We played them twice. This will be our third time this season.
Next week?
Yeah.
Huh.
We're playing them back-to-back games.
That's fun.
Is it fun? I am not having fun. Hi, whiskey.
You hate it. I love it.
I hate it so
I like
much.
teasing you.
I know you do. Anyway, Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to the new year of the Bill Squire Show. Thanks to everybody that tuned into the live shows. They were a lot of fun.
Woo.
They almost killed me.
Did they?
No.
Oh.
But they were there was obstacles that I had to overcome to make each of them work, and it was kind of annoying, but I got them to happen. And now we're here.
We're here. We're doing
in the
it.
new year, and I got a nice little segment with Cody Cooper, my buddy that I lived with his grandma for a while. We get into that. We used to do Gabbing with Grandma. It's a fun episode. And what else were we going to talk about?
I don't remember. We talked about what we were going to talk about, and I don't.
Your dreams or your New Year's Eve?
No, not my dreams. I don't need people to know how crazy I am. New Year's Eve. What did we do?
There's
you
the
were here.
person that was mad at me because I posted us having fun on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and they're like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure in your 40s. You're a dad. Why don't you have some self-respect and not post stuff like this and stop acting like a 16-year-old?" And then everything was spelled very poorly,
Very poorly.
and wrong grammar, and so I hit him with the old, I kind of hit him with the Lily. That's a whole thing.
What the fuck is that?
Grammarly.
Oh.
It's slang that I made up to make Mary mad.
Oh, well, why? It's annoying me now.
Well, you weren't supposed to know about it. It's just to annoy Mary.
Damn it.
But they had all this bad grammar, so I was just like, first of all, I'm in my late 30s. I said that. So, and second of all, you have the grammar of a 6-year-old, so maybe you shouldn't be throwing stones.
Funny.
I thought so too.
Also,
and then they replied, but I never even looked at what they replied with.
Oh, come on. Bring it up. Let's look. Oh, we can't.
I can't because my phone's over there. But from what I did, like, because it shows like a preview when they reply, and it was something like, my phone screen's cracked, and I was like, I didn't want to keep going with them, but I was going to be like, have some self-respect and get your phone screen fixed.
Ugh,
I hate the whole self-respect thing. It like what you think is self-respect is very different from what I do. Mm-hmm. So when you say, "Oh, have some self-respect," when your butt is on my Instagram story, I don't think that's us not having self-respect. It's us having fun.
Yeah, and I don't care.
And I don't care. And they're like, "Oh, what about your kids?" My kids are 18, 20, and 21. They're adults. They've seen butts. They're aware of butts. Mm-hmm. They've heard of butts.
They've seen maybe one.
They all three have butts.
No.
Yeah.
They do?
They do. Every single one of them has a butt.
Shocked. Amazed.
Yeah. It's wild to find that out.
I never knew.
But they do have butts.
Yeah, but everybody has their opinion, and like that's fine. But I don't have to care about it, and you don't have to care about it.
No, I don't care about it. But I think it's weird to try and police people's
Fuck that.
fun and like activities over social media. Where you're like, well, I don't know if you knew this, but you're a father and you're in your 40s, late 30s, and you should be acting this way and not that way. And I don't like it one bit. Oh, am I supposed to act a certain way? Because I'm pretty sure I've made my entire living by acting the way the fuck I want. That's how I make money, is by doing what the fuck I want. So when you're like, you should act this way and not that way, you're going to cost me money.
And also, like, you don't have. There's no rules. You make your own rules.
There's no rules. You're trying to follow societal norms,
Fuck that.
which I have gone against my entire life.
Hate them
because I don't like them. I think they're damaging in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you're a person that just goes along with what you're told to do, then that's fine. What you're supposed to do, then that's fine. But that's not who I am.
You're probably real sad, aren't you? You fucking.
That's why you have to tell people to stop having fun.
Because you can't have fun. You're not allowed.
Because you don't know how to have fun. You know what? I don't know how old you are, lady. I don't know what you're going on. But act like me more and you'll have more fun.
Just, like, do what makes you happy.
Show everybody your butt, lady.
Stop wasting your time being sad.
Mm-hmm. And trying to tell other people to not have fun.
Get a hobby. Start a puzzle. Read a book.
We were acting almost the exact same way on New Year's Eve, except you had pants on.
For how long?
Or for Christmas Eve.
Oh.
With the kids over.
Yeah.
We were doing pretty much the same stuff. Playing pool, having some drinks, having a good time.
Made cookies.
Made cookies. It was a nice time.
Everybody has butts.
Everybody has butts. They're aware of her butt.
It's fine.
It's not that big of a deal. Also, whoopsie, I posted a picture of her, and she has a butt apparently.
She has a butt and a whole butt crack.
A whole butt crack, and it's amazing. It's very cute.
Yes. I don't know if cute's the word.
I thought it was funny.
It's funny.
It's cute. I think it's cute. I think it's cute that her legs are so furry that when they come together, it creates a butt crack.
It's funny.
It is funny. Oh, before we go.
What? Where?
Merchandise.
Ooh.
There's a whole bunch of new stuff at my store. You can find it on my Instagram. I'll put it up at billsquire.com by the time this gets put out. But it's good stuff. There is Bill Squire bowl cut merchandise.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I have to relive that again.
Yeah, you have to wear it. There's some trucker hats.
Not.
There's some Whoopsie stuff. There is no joy without destruction. And a picture of Whoopsie. It's very fun.
It's very fun.
So you can check that all out. If you go to my Instagram, you click my link tree and it says the Bill Squire Show merch. You can get some of that, and I would appreciate that. If we sell enough of it, then you can quit your job, and you can just do this full time.
And I won't have fried chicken anymore? Jesus Christ.
So
that'd be amazing.
We need 3,000 to 4,000 sales per episode.
Just buy everything.
Constantly.
Please.
Never stop.
Don't stop.
And that's that. Yeah. All right. Here's Cody Cooper And that'll be the episode. Bye.
Bye.
Cody, what are you giggling about? This is Cody Cooper. He used to do Gabbing with Grandma with me. We were friends for a while, and then we just decided to reconnect this year.
Piece of shit. You're always the worst friend I have.
Oh, we're still friends, though, and that's how you know it's good.
I guess. I'm here. That's something. My wife called me, and it was like...
Can you...
it was,
let's be a broadcaster here.
all right.
There we go. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, no, my wife called me while you were doing your little intro, and it made me laugh because I know how much it would have aggravated you if you'd have known.
Well,
I picked it up.
It honestly wouldn't aggravate me that much. It's more, I know enough about your wife to know that she's gonna call probably 6 times during this broadcast.
That's probably accurate. She called me 3 times while I was sanding in our room.
Yeah,
just to ask me things. I'm like, I'm trying to get this shit done.
Right.
Please.
And I mean, this is before you guys were even married. She would call you constantly.
Well,
so
yeah.
Weird.
That was, yeah. I don't like watching myself.
All right, well.
Because it shows me how fat I've gotten and how homeless I've become.
Well, I'm sitting here next to you trying to make you look less homeless and less fat. And I'm doing my part.
We're banded together.
Yeah.
In fatness.
Well, you got real skinny for a bit. For those that don't know, Cody and I do comedy together and became friends. I lived with his grandma for a while. He lived there first. So we've fucked in the same bed.
Not to get we didn't live together.
We didn't live
at
together
the same time.
but he lived there. He got his life into grown-up mode. I took a brief hiatus from grown-up mode and then moved in with there to kind of reset some stuff. And but yeah, basically we're bed buddies.
Yeah. He had to take a break from dating women his own age, so we could plow my grandma.
Okay, listen, I've either dated older ladies or I've dated younger ladies. I don't want to get out there that I've dated women my own age. That can't be part of my story.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. I am going to adjust this camera real quick. I think I can do it right here. There we go. Yeah, there we go. High technology.
You just slapped at it.
I just slapped at it and it got it done. It's exactly what I wanted.
Didn't even do it.
It did too.
Oh,
My
right.
shoulder's not as much out of it.
Right. We were missing.
I just want to make sure we were broadcasting on YouTube. And it's nice to see.
Now I'm going to put my shoulder out. There you go.
You're not the host of the show, so that's not as
Oh,
important.
nobody gives a shit? Yeah, I get it. Fair.
So you're doing a little remodeling. I just had my bedroom floors done.
Yeah, I saw that after I hoofed that fucking pool table up those stairs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just...
That was you. I forgot.
Dick. I should have made you come over and help me fucking do all this shit.
I was busy.
Oh, yeah. Good. I didn't ask you to. You didn't.
And I am busy in the future.
I'm busy forever.
I'm always busy.
All right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that back room, like where all the video game shit is. I'm just like, I have this odd toxic masculinity thing about me where I don't think that I'm a man unless I'm doing historically man shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I need to redo this room to prove to myself that I'm a man and I can do this kind of shit. And
I've done enough of those things to understand that I can do it, and if I were to do it a lot, I'd get good at it. But it's also not part of what I want to do. So I'm enough of a man to admit that I don't give a fuck anymore, and that's what truly being a man is.
Right, and
not giving a fuck about the things that you don't actually give a fuck about.
Right, and I haven't gotten there yet, which is
you're
a
younger.
terrible detriment to my anxiety levels. Yeah. I mean, because like in my 20s, I could just go out and get drunk and fight dudes and beat their ass and be like, I'm a man.
Yeah,
but
I'm a
now,
man, and that's how you prove it.
Now I have a house
and
a baby and a wife, and I can't just be throwing fists all day. So now I gotta swing hammers and shit and be a man.
And does it actually make you feel like a man?
No. I mean, I guess kind of, but like, I don't know.
But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the I don't know what the.
You think sanding for 16 hours made me feel like a man?
No, it makes you feel like a fucking.
Made me feel like a man that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing when he's sanding.
It makes you feel like I should work harder in my day job so I can pay somebody else to do this. That'll make me feel like a man.
Right, and that's the thing. Like
that's how you feel like a man is paying someone else to do that shit for you.
Yes, and I know, and I make good money. And it was funny because I was telling, I'm getting a loan right now to do exactly that. Like I'm getting our kitchen and bathroom remodeled and stuff like that, and I'm getting a loan for it. And I was talking to my friend's girlfriend, who's the one processing it, and I was telling her about this toxic masculinity I have, and she's like, "Well, if it makes you feel any better, all the contractors that come in here are coming in because they overdraft their accounts." She's like, "So I don't see them as real men." Just like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
There's and like the whole real man thing, like. I don't even know what it is because everybody, like, there's this dude on Twitter that I follow because I like the shoes that he posts. But then he, every once in a while, will go on these things and, like, he'll post something like, people in Cleveland, they're crazy. They act like you can not have money and still have haters and stuff like this. And then, like, it's all this, like, kind of, like, I'll just say hood bullshit. And then, like, right in the middle, he goes, and guys are fucking guys. And then, like, back to all this other stuff. I'm like, well, you just lumped people that are like taking drugs and selling drugs and all this stuff, and then people just being who they are as a problem.
Right.
And it's like, I can't handle people sometimes.
Yeah, they're the worst, and that's the worst when you like something or like somebody, and then they say some shit, and you're like, all right. I don't have a full picture of you.
Right. Well,
I gotta keep you at arm's length.
I just did a show at Hilarities, the Home for the Holiday show, and there's a guy that was on the show that was real funny that I just met that night. I'm like, dude, you're very funny. And then I follow him on Instagram, and then it's all recount the votes, blah blah. And I'm like, why didn't I see this when you were on stage? Now it all makes sense. But he wasn't even like political or anything like. But like he had that kind of. I was ignoring
stupidity.
It. Yeah, and then I was like, God damn it. Just he's like, how could people vote for this corpse of a man? I'm like, they're both old. Like,
who was it? Do I know him?
I don't want to say his name.
Yeah. Well, you've already.
And I don't think you do. I don't think you do.
Most of the way.
I don't think you know who he is because he's not somebody he's someone that just moved back to Ohio.
Oh, okay.
So you probably.
It's funny that you narrowed it down to a very specific person. You're like, I don't want to name names.
I mean, I
the blonde-haired, skinny guy, just moved back from wherever the fuck.
But it's not that guy.
No, I wasn't even talking about it.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, like, there's a guy that moved back that is, he's very much a Trump guy, but he was very funny that night at Hilarities, and so I was just kind of bummed out that I'm like, oh man, just like, and he's like deep in to like that's all his Instagram is, and he's got like 400 followers. I'm like, who are you talking to?
That's why I got off Facebook, dude. I was going down rabbit holes. So, like, when the Black Lives Matter shit happened, I would find myself, like, 4 hours just on my phone was dying from full battery because of how much I was Facebooking, like, arguing with people and just, like, trying to speak my piece. And it was just like, what am I doing?
I can't do that. There's people that try to goat me into those conversations. Every once in a while I'll go for it, but it's, like, it's very rare. And it's very I just can't. I just don't got the energy for it, and I don't. And like you you can make any point that you want, and they'll always just go, but what about this? And so it's not worth all that energy and arguing. When you're just talking to like someone in that way. But like there are times where like I'll go, hey, if you want to DM about this, because I feel like you get more done when they don't feel like they have to posture for other people that might read it. So like I'll DM with people and then like get points across and then it's actually productive.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just know who I am.
Yeah. No. Oh, I know. I remember this is who you were when we used to go to the gym together and we'd be lifting weights and you'd just be going off on like comedy scene drama and I'm like, dude, don't even worry about it. Like these aren't even things that we need to worry about. And you're just like, but I gotta say it. If I don't say it, it makes me crazy. I'm like, just say it out loud to me.
Well, and I want to fight older gentlemen with towels.
Yeah, and then you got some aggression issues.
So much, dude, and I know.
I know. Listen, I got them too, but I I release them in
Masturbation form.
well, masturbation is one thing, but I also sing little songs about killing people's families. Just walking around, sing a little song. I'm gonna kill your whole family.
Yeah, well, I can't do that because I have a
You have a
wife
family,
that
yeah.
has 2 kids out of our relationship. So she
Well,
would take it
this is
away.
like singing alone stuff when I'm just by myself, walking around, just singing about. And it's not even about any specific person, and I don't even know if I'm really the one that's even singing about myself. It's just a song about killing a family by a serial killer that makes where he's like, don't worry about it, about all the blood. I'm wearing black socks so it won't stain.
Jesus Christ. So you putting a pilot together? Is that the apologetic serial killer?
No, he's not apologetic. He doesn't want you to worry about him being inconvenienced. He's like, I thought about all this stuff. Like, I know you're there bleeding out on the floor, but I don't want you to worry about it because I have taken the necessary precautions that even if it were to get on my clothing, it wouldn't really cause much damage because it's black clothing and it's not going to stain. And it's not even about like getting caught or anything like that. It's just about ruining the fabric. He's also the type of guy that like he uses coasters. You know, he's got, you know, his own Dexter set of rules, but they're mostly dealing with fabric and materials.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. Mostly how much you've thought about this. But
Listen, I really haven't thought about it that much. It's just stuff that was on my mind today.
so you just thought that whole narrative about this serial murderer? Now?
The socks thing I thought I was thinking about earlier, but then like the coasters and stuff like that was improvisation.
Are we talking in bits right now?
That's what a podcast is.
Oh, is it? I
Yeah,
didn't know.
you try to entertain the people that are watching.
Oh, you thought your bits are entertaining. Okay.
I'm thinking about this other family I'd like to kill. Just one person in it. And it's not even that.
buck up because he's got aggression problems.
Yes, and I'll use that aggression against him. He'll over pursue, and that's when you get him.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
So when are you going to come help me sand? Because I've got
I'm not.
so much sand boogers in my nose right now.
That's like another thing.
Do you want one?
Sanding, I don't. I did almost pull a nose hair out of your nose, but you know, COVID.
Is it there? Is there a bad one?
There's a couple. There's some ones you could grasp. I've done it with Marty before.
Yeah.
I've just ripped him out of his nose.
Oh, I used to go to the barber and get him waxed. You ever do that?
Oh yeah, I think I'm the person that introduced you to that.
Maybe.
I thought we did that when we got our hair.
Yeah, I think we did, but my Palestinian barber down the road
does that too.
Weirdly racist Palestinian barber. Yeah, he does it, but he does it very less professionally. He just snaps a Q-tip in half and then has like this wax warmer that's always on for some reason.
Just always, yeah. He never knows when he's gonna need to wax a nose.
Yeah, it just looks like it's been sitting in a hoarder house. Like it just has always been on since like 2008.
Ugh.
Like,
And then you're like, yeah, put that in my nose.
please.
Put that in one of my orifices, please.
Please.
And then yank it out real quick.
Yeah. He exclusively double dips.
Yeah. I like that.
What are you doing?
Grandma's on. Never know what the heck I'm gonna come across, and I turn this on. God, I could have had you out of my Christmas tree had I known. Okay.
Well, we're still here.
We're still here, Grandma.
I'm still here.
And nope. Cody can.
Get out of here.
You can help. I help her with a lot of things.
There's a dentist that killed a lion.
Yeah, Cecil the Lion. That's a long time ago. You don't remember that?
I miss gabbing with grandma. Yeah, well, tell my grandma. She's lazy ass. She doesn't want to do it. I don't know why. She loved it. She loved it, but she hates it at the same time.
She loved the fame, but also
She did.
I mean, she had more stories about people recognizing her when like we were doing that. Like she'd be like, I go to the store, and people were like, oh, your grandma, and
Right.
And like when we first were living together, and I was putting her on my Instagram story all the time, and she was just like, "You're never gonna believe what happened." I'm like, "Did you get recognized again? Because I fucking know already."
She gets so giddy about it too.
No, it's adorable. It's one of my favorite things. She just doesn't like to and now that it's like on camera and stuff too, she would be it'd be a whole nother level of anxiety. I've asked her a few times to come on, and she won't do it.
No, she wouldn't. But
she's not feeling.
Be on everybody's Instagram and Facebook and enjoy the attention, but hate it at the same time.
Yeah, well, I get that. I want the attention. I don't want but at the same time, I just want you to. I don't know even how to explain it, but I get the anxiety of the attention. There's anxiety that comes with it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, well, she's a private person too.
Yes,
like her driving.
Yes. I got her to look over the other day.
Get out of here! Shut the fuck up!
I swear to God,
seriously?
I got her to look over because she said that she's like got a rule where if someone honks at her, she will not look over.
Right.
And the reason is because one time she looked over and a guy was just cranking it.
Crushing his cock.
Yeah, and
Right
she's like, I'll never do that again. And then we were by the light right near the condo.
Right.
And I honked and she looked over. And I think she knew because we're by the condo that she was probably going to see me. But I got her attention. Maybe she was hoping
to see one of the weirdos that live here with their dick out. I wish
They're
it would
dropping
happen
like
again.
flies, man.
I wish it would happen again.
Maybe I'll do it to her next time.
Looks like you're moving back in.
Man, after a year of paying bills, I'm ready to move back in.
Bro, yeah.
It's
I've always said
it was
if
the
I
best.
didn't meet Becky, I'd have been there still. You'd have never lived with my grandma. I died there.
Or we would have had bunk beds.
It'd have been a stalemate until me or grandma passed. That's all it would be.
It's the best.
Yeah.
That place.
Laundry?
Nice.
Laundry clean right after it hits the ground? What the fuck? What?
Those
What?
days are over.
It's better than 5-star service. What are you now? Now with a baby in the house, we just throw laundry down the stairs. So there's just always stairs.
There's just like a waterfall of laundry
down
constantly.
the stairs. Like somebody dumped a laundry tub down the fucking stairs, and that's just what it is. Laundry tub, laundry, whatever the fuck it's called, basket. Sure.
Well, what are you gonna do? I mean, you gotta. That's the life. Like we had the same thing. Like when my kids were little, and like summertime would happen, and they just get dirty every day, a few times a day. Like we would go and buy multiple like outfits like per day from the thrift store just so they had a bunch of summer clothes. Just so
Right.
they could like, because they would go through so many clothes. And then we had like a swimming pool for a while, so then they need like 8 bathing suits. It was ridiculous.
Jesus. You had a swimming pool?
I mean, like an
Bitch.
above ground. I'm not talking nice.
Like a real above ground or like
No,
those
no, like the
shitty
Walmart
Sam's
ones,
Club
yeah.
ones? Yeah. So Becky keeps wanting to buy. I'm like, oh my god, Becky's my wife. I don't want to trash up my yard any more than the dogs already do. Hillbilly,
a little drop there.
hillbilly paradise.
So last night I was watching the Cavs game, and
God, you are talking in bits, you motherfucker.
well, I'm talking.
ahead.
This is called show prep.
Go ahead. Oh, is that what show prep is? 3 words.
I'm watching.
Keep doc.
Well, it is. It's something that I wanted to talk about.
I'm very proud of you.
Sorry, we can't all just be.
I'm not being
wildly
sarcastic.
entertaining off the cuff like you can.
I'm not being fuck off. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm saying I'm proud of you for sticking through this because I know how I've had an idea for podcasts fucking million times. Did I ever do any of them? No.
Here I am. I have a set and everything.
I fucking tricked you into doing Gabbing with Grandma with me, and then you just took the lead.
I did the minimal amount of effort on that too.
Yeah, that's how I am, dude. Yeah. Anything I do in life, I just need somebody in it with me, and I'll fucking do all the work. I just need to feel like somebody's else is
bossing you around.
That somebody else is relying on me. That's my fuck up.
That's okay. That's fair.
Because if I'm relying just on myself, I will let myself down every day. But if somebody else is like, oh, Cody needs me for something, like I'll be there and I'll work harder than I would for myself.
And that's what makes you a good dad.
See?
Well, I shit my pants, but the baby didn't.
So
I was ready for
nailing it.
the shit.
So fucking killing it.
All right, so I watched the Cavs game last night, and there is a commercial that I had never seen before, but it is basically for a prescription cock ring. Have you seen this? It's called Eddie. And it's like they're showing it on the screen. They're like, hey, if you have ED and the pills aren't working for you, try Eddie. And it helps with your ED. And then it shows like a cock ring with a little rubber band that goes on there and, chokes your dick full of blood. And that's, they didn't do like the diagram of how it works, but they are selling a prescription cock ring.
All right. First,
You want to see it?
Yes, but no. I have a lot of questions.
All right.
First of all, why are we naming it after another man?
I don't know. It's
Why do I want
ED.
Eddie gripping my cock so hard?
That was good. I liked it.
Yeah,
Get
I
off
know,
my
but
cock,
you're
Eddie.
fucking busy, and it's ruining the flow. Look it up, goddammit. Show me. Eddie by Giddy. Why isn't it just Giddy? Why is it this old... Oh, my God.
Device for erectile dysfunction. Wear Eddie at the base of your penis.
What
in
is
front
that
of your
dick?
testicles. Make sure the opening is facing
At
downward.
the base of your testicles.
Yeah.
Apply your favorite tension band. The blue comfort band provides a moderate amount of constriction, while the orange sport band provides maximum constriction.
Tiny dick, little
Grab the
dick.
tension
Big dick,
band
little
by the
dick.
easy grip tabs on the sides. Then pull the band around each leg of the device. Another method is to put the tension band on first, then bring it down on the penis. If you have a hard time with that, try using a body.
So that Eddie thing, that's real. Thank you for coming back. If you were able to come back, it's a new stream now. It's annoying trying to do things because everything always goes wrong.
No, you're fine. I haven't created anything for like a year, and besides a child, and I'm just criticizing you for no reason, because that's my nature. I'm a real dick. Alex calls me. Alex is my stepson. He calls me. Well, I'm an emotional terrorist. That's what he calls me.
I've been accused of that.
Because like he really doesn't want to help me with the refurbishing, renovations, and he feels bad. Like he feels like he should, but all he wants to do is play video games during his winter break.
Can't blame him.
I can't blame him. And so he's like, "Do you want any help?" And I was like, "Listen, man, any help is appreciated. But if you don't want to and you want to play video games, that's fine as well."
Mm-hmm.
And so then he like bought me a pop yesterday, and I was like, "Why did you use your own money?" And and I was like, "Never mind. I know, because you feel bad. Don't worry. This isn't going to make it any better. I still hate you for not helping me." I'll just fuck with him all the time. And I make up things too. I like to make up stuff to have fun with him. I know that that's like not new, but that's my favorite. Like he, what was it? He was singing a rap song the other day, and what's that? Not Machiavelli, but no, what's the designer? Starts with a V. Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
So he was singing this rap song, and he like said Louis Vuitton, and I was like, "Do you even know who Louis Vuitton is?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "He's this like Italian mobster from like the 1600s that was in Italy, and all the rap stars like look to him as an idol, like they do Scarface and stuff like that." And he's like, "Oh, cool." And then I just let him run off into the universe with that knowledge.
So now he's gonna start spreading that. And,
so when he's
that's
22
funny.
and he's sitting across the room from a girl that's having dinner with her, and she's like, "Oh, you like my Louis Vuitton bag?" And he's like, "Oh, let me tell you what I know about Louis Vuitton."
That's mean and funny.
It's so funny.
I like it a lot.
I try to find ways to do that all the time. Mess with him, so I can have it blow up in his face later on. But yeah, you were talking about this cock ring.
And I think
riff on that for a second.
I think you made a good point about like the inclusion and like they're like there's the gay couple and there's the white guys and the black guys and Latino guys. Like, hey, ED happens to everyone. There's not no. I'm surprised they don't show like a child and be like, "Oh, my dick doesn't work."
Look at this poor 14-year-old. That
like Andy Milonakis is on there. Like, why doesn't my dick work? Oh no! Couldn't get a real kid. We had to play the type.
So like, what is the logic? Okay, so this is the way that you've explained it, and the way that I understand its functionality as of right this moment is that it just squeezes your dick real hard, making a fake erect penis. So
it's
like,
a real erect
like
penis.
when you're trying to get the last bit of of cum out of your dick after you have sex, and
Yeah.
you're squeezing it, and then like
Yeah, I mean it's a
toothpaste tube in it.
It's the same as like
is that what it is? It's just at the base.
Yeah,
and it's constricting it, so it's like a balloon.
It's a like if you're gonna shoot heroin, what is that called? Tourniquet. Yeah, it's a dick tourniquet. That's exactly what it is. But now it's prescription, where it's not just like you go to the sex store and get a cock ring. You go to your doctor, and then he prescribes one, and you go, "Oh, I'll probably just need the bigger dick rubber band." And he goes, "Actually, I think you need the little dick rubber band."
Okay. What is Eddie offering me that isn't going to be replicated by just double wrapping rubber bands around my dick?
I think it's the ease of removal. So, in the durability.
The durability for what? The 2 minutes I'm going to be in a vagina? Get the fuck out
But
of here.
if you
for what?
Yeah, but you're going to have sex more than once.
Yeah, and 100-count rubber band bag is like $2. So-
Yeah, but then it also have you ever seen those videos where they put rubber bands on watermelons
Yeah.
and then they explode?
Yeah.
Do you want that to be your dick?
Do you have a watermelon dick?
No, but I'm
Well,
just
all right
saying
then.
that's-
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying
You're just being absurd.
I'm just saying that I think that there is a safety net in place with the Eddie Dick Squeezer that God damn it keeps stopping.
The Eddie Dick Squeezer.
But it's all
I love that your way of checking if the stream is going is
Just
also how
wiggling it.
somebody shoos away flies.
It's the Bill Squire Show.
This is done, Cody. We're done. Thank you. Thanks for trying to watch.